Despite possible news to the contrary, Hillary Clinton is 100% sure that she is not running for president in 2020. However, if she does suddenly get the urge to jump back in for another possibly failed attempt at Trump, there is someone who plans to stop her. Well, thank goodness. Now, this is Jennifer Palmieri. She was the former director of communications for Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. And she said, at the possibility of a Hillary 2020 run, that she would try to stop her any way possible. Quote, if Hillary Clinton ran for office again, I would do an ankle dive at the door and not allow her to do it because I love her too much. Aw, isn't that nice? Now, here's the thing. The press asked this question. They asked her if she would recommend that Clinton run again. But why? Why would she do that? Hillary Clinton's off in the woods. She's not interested in running, and that's great because America really isn't interested in her running. Sorry, the I'm still with her people. You are a very small minority of people. Most Americans are like, no, not interested. Hillary Clinton's time has passed. Even people who supported her in 2016, now a lot of them are saying, no, not interested at all. We saw what happened, right? Now, the establishment, of course, continues to ask her, why? Well, that's because Joe Biden is a disaster. He's a gaffe machine. He lost after being against busing in the debate, lost 10 points in the polls. You know who's the two at the top? If Biden ends up dropping out, or if he continues to drop further in the polls, the top two would be Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. You know who the establishment really doesn't like? Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Especially Bernie Sanders. Oh, but Jeff, you understand, the establishment is propping up Elizabeth Warren. And don't you see all these glowing articles and things and tweets from Third Way? They love Elizabeth Warren. No, they don't. No. Here's the thing. They, yes, are trying to hurt Warren by giving her endorsements she never wanted, she never asked for. Right? Now, it's true that Bernie Sanders is to the left of Elizabeth Warren. That said, some of Warren's policies are not favored by Wall Street. And she is not as right-wing, as status quo, as the rest of the field. Again, Bernie Sanders to the left of her, which is why I'm in favor of Bernie Sanders. But they're far more progressive than the rest of the field, right? And besides, say this is, because this is their plan, right? The establishment plan, back Warren and hopefully knock off Bernie Sanders, which is not going to happen because, look, the base for Elizabeth Warren, the base for Bernie Sanders are actually completely different. Warren is not stealing votes from Bernie Sanders. No, Warren's taking votes from Biden. And yes, through a lot of people, Senator Sanders or Elizabeth Warren is actually their second choice. And so this whole idea of, oh no, it's Elizabeth Warren that's taking from Bernie Sanders and we're going to knock Bernie Sanders off by using Elizabeth Warren, it's ridiculous. But if they did do that, you don't think that they would turn on Elizabeth Warren on a dime and go and promote someone like Kamala Harris or a Pete Buttigieg? Of course they would. That's the whole plan. Now, to be fair, Hillary Clinton, back to her, no, she's not wanted. This is why she told the New York News 12 back in March, quote, I'm not running, but I'm going to keep working and speaking and standing up for what I believe. Okay, well, you do that. Go ahead. Asked if she would run for any public office in the future, she said, I don't think so. Again, thank goodness. Again, right now, everybody remembers you as pro-establishment and the person who lost to Donald Trump. I'm just saying, I wouldn't follow that up with another run for anything. I think it's kind of the universe is saying, their way of saying, your time's over. That's it. It's up. It's not as if Hillary Clinton didn't have already a long and distinguished career and also didn't make lots and lots of money off that career. But it's over. Time for a progressive. Whether it be a man, woman, transgender person, doesn't matter, right? As long as you're right on policy, then you have a home in the progressive movement and the future of the Democratic Party. If you're not, if you're part of the corporate establishment and somebody like Hillary Clinton or Nancy Pelosi, your time is coming to a close. Time to pass the torch. And I think at this point, Hillary Clinton has learned that lesson. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.